Hello, and welcome to the Brian Ellis How to Get Your Zines to Fold Really Flat Academy. First thing we need to do is we need to fold our zine into our classic 8s. And so the way I'm going to do this is I always start by just making sure my corners are good and use a spoon to kind of start in the middle and drag outwards. And when you do that, I find that's a good way to get a nice repeatable thing. So you do your first one, unfold it, and then you kind of hide the middle. So again, we're just making sure that our corners are really good. And then we put like some tension there, pushing outwards, just to keep it nice and flat. And then you go forwards. Well, that's not lying is. And then you kind of smooth it out like that. Then similarly, you go the other way. And I start in the middle, try to push that crease out, flip it over, do the same thing. There we go. All right, so most of those came out really nice. So again, that pattern was start off with a fold like that and then go down and then both sides come up. So normally I would do like a bazillion of these and then we start cutting. To cut, I always fold it in half because I find that like that forces the bottom to be right up against the top. So when I'm cutting, I can just look at the top and be fine. And it also gives you a really clean kind of like point to aim for of like where the paper bends. And I go a little past, all right, and so it comes through nice clean edge on both sides. And now you have your zine shape. So to make it lie really flat, what I do is you start off, so this is our front cover. Take cover plus the two inner pages, fold them over. This is our back cover that will eventually wrap around. And with the first two pages, just really make sure they're ready to sit flat for the rest of their life. Then back cover is where all the magic is. You kind of hold the first three down flat and fold this up and around, and it's not going to lie super flat initially, and so make a second crease here. And what this is doing is this is making like essentially a super tiny spine where the original crease is the front half and this new crease we just made is like the back half of this spine. And so that took a little bit of paper out of this back cover. So now this part of the back cover is too short and the inside of the back cover is too long. And so the way we fix that is we hold this down and we go forwards and do another fold like this. And what that essentially just did is that moved our fold like around that way. So you do technically get like a tiny double fold here on the back half, but at the expense of your zine sits very nice and flat, and it's good to go. Yeah, so again, that back cover does kind of have technically a double fold and is ever so slightly shorter. But yeah, that's how I fold zines to be nice and flat.